Welcome back to Turnabout Serenade.
Come on, Dwibs, shouldn't you be singing the intro?
No.
Oh no, I just realized.
What?
The victim said that the witness was a siren, so obviously it's a singer, but she speaks in a foreign language, so...
Well, he speaks that foreign language too.
Trust me too. I wish that. Trust me too. I wish that was our biggest problem.
Oh, it's you. I figured you'd come.
Yeah, this is where the entire part's going to take place. Bear in mind. So, drive this room. You have to let us investigate the scene, please.
You're attorneys, no?
Yeah.
You know this, right?
You know this, don't you?
Shouldn't you wait until you have a client?
Oh, okay. Well, actually, she does have a point there. Yeah.
Yeah, but remember what? Clavier gave us earlier.
Clavier let us.
The tooth did tell me to ask the witness, the siren, with his dying breath, no less. Doesn't that count?
You're
sorry,
suggesting
Paula.
a dead man is your client.
Glare at me all you want, you'll get no snacks from me.
I'm actually it now. The court is now in session for the trial of sorry, what's his name again?
Hold on. Let's go get a spirit medium, then he can let it be known.
Your Honor, there is a slight problem with here. The victims, the defendant's kind of dead.
It's okay. We can do that. That Bernie movie. What was it called?
No. Just have every time he has to speak on the stand, Apollos just has to hold him up, moving his mouth up and down, making like he's talking.
Oh, maybe we could pull an Arnold and have the guy with a hat there. Don't bother my defendant. Your Honor, he's that tired.
She's letting us look, and she's not munching her snacks.
Emma, are you okay?
This bodes well. There are clues here. I can feel it.
No, this doesn't bode well. Emma is clearly very unwell.
She's pouting.
Yeah, we look at it. Let's leave no whatever.
No hanger on.
Don't miss anything.
You're a grown woman. Stop pouting.
Well, I'm still a child at heart. Although I'm not a man-child, at least.
A child at heart being a detective? Oh, God.
As the happy music plays, you look at the bloodied corpse of Mr. Latouche.
Yeah, seriously.
Just play the can while you're at it.
That's a body, isn't it?
No shit, you fake! Okay. There's another thing
The victim, no less.
Okay.
Let's take a closer look, shall we, young child?
Oh, let's see if Trucy barfs.
One other problem I think this case has is that most of the characters just feel like just turn to complete morons. Like, is that a body? Is that a piece of paper? Is that my foot?
So,
Is this a pigeon?
Again, yes, Captain Obvious once again to the rescue.
That's what I was imagining. Like, that's the problem. Okay.
But Dwibs, is this a pigeon?
I know, Jover. Is this an orca?
I don't know. Is this a dead man?
Fucking blood! The fucking bloody writing! What is up with... What is up with dying people in fucking bloody writing?
I guess it's the best thing to write when you're all alone and dying.
Yes.
I like how she said this one, implying that there's more dead bodies somewhere.
Okay, to his credit, Pedro, he's weak and on the floor. He can't exactly reach a pen and paper now, can he?
You know
I know, but okay.
stuff than I do, and that is some weird
It's not just that, Jova. It's also the fact. Okay, here's what you write. X did it. Don't just write the name.
No, Pedro, it's like in it. He literally says it with his
Okay. Now, when it comes to it, that's just stupid because the guy clearly has more time. Like, at least in Latouche, I can maybe argue that maybe he didn't have much time and was trying to write out what he could because, dying's a really painful and really disoriented thing.
Oh, look at the hand.
He's holding something.
Cannot see it because there's the portrait. Oh, there you go.
Hey, no touching!
Get your sprite out of the way, I can't see. You can throw all the snacks at me you'd like, Emma.
Oh, you want that? I'll throw handcuffs on you if you go far.
But sooner or later, you're gonna run out of them.
That's
I was gonna say she's wasting her snacks.
That face was...
You raise a good point.
Yeah, I'm really glad that.
No, that's the thing, Pedro. That particular portrait was more suggestive than anything.
No, it's not fun. Like, I'm glad. Okay, don't get me wrong. I appreciate them keeping the Snaku joke in 6, but I prefer the way she's written in 6 much better because I don't particularly care for man-child Emma, honestly.
Well, she's still kind of a man-child in 6, but she's a happier one.
I don't know. I think they balance out the traits better in that one.
It's
honestly.
not so much the man-child thing that's balanced out. It's sort of her surly and depressedness for a good reason. But yeah, I see your point.
Certainly a possibility.
I get the whole depression thing, but I kind of wish she would be a bit more mature about this.
Oh, it's a clef key.
What an unusual key ring, and what unusual keys.
It's the key to your heart, Apollo. Guard it well.
This could be a vial. No, Joe, but don't. This case is already convoluted enough. We don't need to drag in that.
Hey, Disney made that joke on the House of Mouse before Kingdom Hearts was even a thing. By
well done,
Disney
have mastered the art of retroactive mocking.
Precisely.
This is the murder weapon, isn't it? This revolver.
Oh, it's even better.
This is the weapon in question.
Not now, you're dead. Seriously, what is with these people being dead having to be reminded by me that they're dead?
Wow.
Yeah.
Your reaction.
I wonder who brought this in here.
Basically, that's a .45mm gun, which is pretty much a hand cannon.
Is that a reference to Dirty Harry?
That's even bigger than the gun from Dirty Harry.
Alright.
Why are you giving me that look? I didn't do it just because I'm a cop who may have access to that kind of stuff.
I didn't. I know you were there in...
Listen, I was out in the hall eating snackers when it happened, and if you tell
Yes,
anyone
we know.
otherwise, I'll kill you.
We saw you. Yeah, I know!
Calm down, Dwibs.
And I'll make you into a snacker myself. It's hard to tell with you sometimes, Apollo. Where's your character?
Calm down, Apollo. Your blood.
What happened to your character?
My character evolved. Your character
Hey,
evaporated.
she has a character.
If this is evolving, I don't want to evolve.
If the killer brought the revolver...
The killer brought the revolver into the room and killed Mr. No, wait, we're not playing that game.
So basically, the 3DS games is Apollo evolving, and then when we finish off the Spirit of Justice,
Must mean they had planned this from the start.
Whether or not you like that evolution is entirely up to the player. But
I digress. I joke. I mean, again, like I say, Apollo does have character, but I will admit the difference between him and Phoenix doesn't get to really get accentuated as much as it does later in Dual Destinies. I think that's kind of the main thing.
And Spirit of Justice even further.
I was having a bit of a hard time finding the last piece of evidence.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah. We know it. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah. He sure is the victim, no less. Ask me about something important.
Can we examine his beard?
Why
No.
would you want to do that?
Actually, that could be, well, if it wasn't very obvious for the cause of that. Otherwise, in case of poisoning, actually, Dwibs, that's really useful.
Very
in the 1950s, 1950s Journey to the Center of the Earth, that's actually what's been discovered. One of the competitor, Professor Lindenbrook, actually it's been discovered that he's being poisoned because he has cyanide traces on his beard.
Alright. Yeah, unfortunately I don't check the ladder, but I've already done that in the last.
Man, Dwibs, I specifically asked you to.
Yeah, it's a ladder joke.
Dwibs, there's so much fun to be had out of examining the stepladder, and you promised you would.
And again, well, if I miss more than one ladder, we'll probably have like a ladder extras part or something.
Well, I mean, there's already the cell phone thing that you're gonna have in an extras part, so I guess you might as well add that to the list.
Not sure I approve.
No one asked you.
It'd be better if this flower was a bit more... Oh! You weren't offering me those.
Sure.
Oh. Eek! The flowers fell off.
Isn't that cute?
Oh, no. What happened to preserving the crime scene, Emma?
Isn't that cute? Emma thought Apollo might be proposing to her.
It's fine. Fine, I'll just put it back, see?
How scientific. And so romantic. Hey, who would you rather be shipped with, Emma? Me or Clavier?
I don't know, I'd rather be shipped with a pretty boy in white clothing and weird flowing hair and a scarf that somehow defies the laws of physics.
I don't know, that kind of sounds boring. Seeing these mirrors lined up like that makes me think I'm really in a dressing... You are in a bloody dressing room, you idiot!
Yeah, there's blood everywhere.
Well, the thing is, Joe, but that's the interesting thing. There's actually, I actually really got chemistry from those two.
Oh yeah, me too, absolutely.
so that's it would be kind of interesting if that's the way they're going.
Me too. I actually shipped them more than I shipped Emma with Clavier.
No, but please no, don't put pair Emma with Clavier, please.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't got a clue.
Let Clavier die alone in his rock and roll flames.
Ouch! I mean, ouch!
He's not that bad, come on.
I mean, at worst, he's just underutilized with how they could do his character. Like, I don't think he deserves to die.
Yeah.
Again, Clavier.
I'm not saying he deserves to die. I just don't want to see him anymore in front of me.
I think the problem.
I mean, even the later games didn't really use them all that well.
Admittedly, that's more so Yamazaki's fault than Takumi's, but I do see both your points. My issue, though, is that, again, Clavier is the best to me when you know the plot actually uses him to the best of his advantages. The problem is that the plot misses some vital opportunities. Like, well, let me put it like this. Imagine if, per se, the plots involving Edgeworth and Discorgodo did not play any of them to their character strengths at certain points where it would have been crucial. Now, that's kind of what happens with Clavier. He's a good character, but one that misses the mark at the wrong times.
Anyway, it's not about envy, it's about tampering with evidence, Baka.
Sure.
But what were you doing earlier, then?
No, it's okay if she does it, but...
Emma lacks a sense of humor. Use caution.
I got it from my older sister. I can now see why she acted the way she did. You need to learn to respect your elders a little.
You're not even that much older than I am.
Oh God, I'm turning into my sister.
Well, so what, you're in prison?
Thank God, no.
Yeah, for all we know, she's still in prison. Anyway, let's talk about the victim.
Mr. Romain Latouche, wasn't it?
I think it's Romain.
He was Lemoire's manager and interpreter, apparently.
Very good.
Uh-huh.
This was his first time in the country.
And
what a great experience.
Yeah, dear diary, my first day in this country, I died.
So I'm guessing you didn't know many people here.
And now he never will.
It doesn't seem likely. Nor can I think of anyone with a motive to murder him. It raises too many questions.
Yes.
Well, except for one person, of course.
Who exactly?
One person? Who?
Apollo.
What?
Clavier.
Close enough.
No one here might have had a motive, but she's from...
Latveria, I mean Borgania.
Virginia.
Dino Crisis.
Hey, it was Emma's idea, by the way. That bit of dialogue from Trucy there, I didn't press anything, it just skipped to itself.
Oh.
I said nothing.
Yep, your words, not mine.
Yeah.
That's gonna go in the court record, by the way.
Always with the snacks. Can I have one?
No.
Sure. Here you go.
Thanks. Wait a minute, I'm allergic to this stuff.
Oh. That's
Why
news
are
to
you
me.
eating it?
Fortunately, it's not the lethal kind of allergy. Unfortunately, it causes my fingers to grow.
Could have been
Oh,
worse.
don't worry, I'll manage to trim them right away.
Oh, go ahead, Shira, read this one.
I don't think even I would win in a fight with him.
I know, right?
Do you usually get into fights with big men?
Whoever it was used a revolver, I'm guessing.
Pedro, considering what we learned about Trucy and Ace Attorney 5, I wouldn't be surprised. Like,
I guess, yeah,
there's a reason that when people modded her into Smash 4, they modded her over Lucina.
Yes.
Oh, we sent a request to the embassy.
Yeah, the Virginian embassy.
Well, you and I know more about the crime than anyone.
Maybe the murderer?
You do?
Yes.
Yeah.
do.
She caused it. I mean, she saw it. That's true. It was us who found the body.
Though suspiciously, the lawyer was not too far from the crime scene.
I was right there with you.
And you're not
What?
trying to accuse me. Sounds ridiculous now, doesn't it?
Is something wrong, Trucy?
I guess that's what I missed for watching the concert.
Aw, man, I missed out on the murder. What would Daddy ever think of that?
Hey, I wish I
This
was
is
watching
bullshit.
the concert.
That should be whack, yo.
Oh, it's okay, Trucy. I'm sure someday you'll get to witness your own murder.
Anything would be
someday.
better than this. I'm still shaking, you know, man.
Well, we know the crime took place during the concert.
No shit.
I'm
Again,
recalling the facts as part of the investigation, you Portuguese
Okay.
pleb.
Well, that's the problem, though. And this game's been doing it in general, but this case is just like it's worse.
What is
Characters
it with-
repeating stuff we either already know or we literally just saw a second ago.
Again, it's... Okay, yeah. Like I said before, it does have to do with, whenever you may save, and maybe it's been a while since you've played the game, so... Again, they kind of do that by default, because again, since you can save anywhere and come back at any time, it's made for if you've forgotten it. I will admit, though, this case does do it a bit more than others.
You came in when you heard the shot and no one was there?
See, part of the reason we don't have this as much nowadays is because later games would implement one of my favorite new implementations of 3DS games, the backlog feature.
How did they leave the room?
Or when it doesn't glitch out.
That's a good question, Trucy.
That window is a little too small, isn't it?
So it
It
must
also
have been a
do
very
not open.
slender figure.
You'd be surprised, Apollo. I actually seen bathrooms that have windows that are that small, and I never understood why they make windows that small sometimes.
The mystery of the
Don't you
disappearing
see, Pedro?
killer.
It's to make murder mysteries all the more mystifying.
Alright,
Like in Indigo
alright,
Frost.
let's present her the badge.
You always carry that around, do you? Just like Mr. Right. Put on a blue suit and get some back spikes, and maybe you might be more likable to me.
Huh?
It's good to never let yourself forget who you are. Hint, hint.
Remember who you are, Apollo. Wait, who are you again?
You need to take place
I'm
in the
proud of
circle
you.
of attorney.
Keep up the good work.
Oh, well, that was
Aww.
uncharacteristically nice of her. Come to think of it, why do I carry this around?
What?
Though I suppose it's one compliment it's got me.
Aww.
This cutscene is the reason why I chose to.
Relationship
She can be nice.
developing.
Sometimes.
Yeah, again, that is one reason why, upon replaying this game, Emma does work for me better, because it's the nice moments that do matter. I will agree, though, that she's a lot more fun in Ace Attorney 6. Though, for obvious reason. So,
Let's have a
let's
look
have
at the
gun.
The middle of the weapon is a revolving chamber.
Don't play Russian roulette with it.
Well, we can see the bullet if it wasn't in the hole. That's where you load the bullets. A revolver, see?
Revolver?
God, I hate this line.
Revolver. That sounds a bit like Wonder Bar.
No, it doesn't.
What? Okay,
Also, where
I
does
Say
this
it really
come from?
Revolver, Wonder Bar, Revolver, Wonder Bar,
The Wonder Bowler.
The Wonder Bowler.
My wife would like that.
I'm sure she would. Hey guys, how about your mates and your Johnson?
Alright, that's what
You,
the
your
Trucy used to
kids.
think.
Your
You know,
kids and
I
your
always
Johnson.
think- I used to think the closest sound to Wonderball was one liver.
One
No,
liver.
Trucy, you need to go. Trucy, you need to go to the hospital and check your ears
Guys.
because
Her
clearly,
gem is cracked, clearly.
Guys,
clearly there's something wrong with you.
guys,
It's
it happened.
Like Byron.
It's
It's
got-
like Byron.
Oh,
It's like Byron case 2-3. Suddenly her IQ was cutting off.
Guys, Umbrella Corps did it. They made something even worse than their turnabout Big Top syndrome. They made the Serenade virus.
Of course.
So this is the murder weapon.
So, okay, maybe the concert destroyed her hearing. I don't.
Maybe.
The music,
Maybe.
Clavier's music was so terrible that it destroyed Trucy's ability to hear properly.
Or loud.
That's my
enough.
head. That's my headcanon
Anyway,
from this point on.
Anyway, it's
It
been
might-
fired
might have
twice. You can still smell the gunpowder. That's odd.
What's odd?
Uh-oh. Nothing.
Don't-
Nothing at all.
Why did you break it up then?
Hey, no fair. Tell us.
Can you imagine Trucy trying to rhyme? Like
Uh,
she would fail every single one.
It's just, something about this revolver seems strange.
Isn't it?
You may want to consult Dr.
Strange?
Cumberbatch about that.
What, that guy? No, he's an asshole.
True, yeah, but he's an asshole.
He's an
magic.
asshole.
He's still an asshole though. Fuck him.
True. A murder weapon. Well, what do you think about this revolver?
That's why I asked you. I don't know.
Hey, I've been answering your questions. Now it's my turn to ask, lawyer boy.
Well, it's pretty big and heavy.
That's what your mom said. That's right, and it's a .45 caliber.
Alright, important
What's with all the
information.
yo mom
Alright,
jokes
40
lately?
cards.
Important information to bear in mind, guys.
That makes it one of the deadliest revolvers around. Even the police don't carry guns this big.
Yeah, I've seen that the holes in the wall are that
Yeah.
prominent, so...
Really?
Again, it's essentially a hand cannon.
Yeah, and it doesn't make sense.
Hmm.
Ahem.
What?
Thank you. You don't need so much power to kill at such close range.
Well, you're never too careless, so...
It's overkill.
Who are you to judge?
Kind of a first for the series.
I'm not sure I see the problem.
See, Trucy agrees with me.
I mean, whenever I go out to eat curry,
Oh,
what kind of-
one of my favorites.
What,
like
what
curry?
kind of analogy are we going for here?
I order it extra spicy, just to be sure it's actually spicy.
She does have a point. There are actually some restaurants
You're
where...
a mad woman.
Well, to be fair, she does have a point because at some restaurants, if you order like a steak that's, medium rare, they'll serve it to you medium
Okay,
well, so sometimes
Also,
you gotta
food
order it rare.
analogy.
Joe-
Opinion automatically
and that's
discarded.
their problem.
Jova, I don't know what restaurants you're going to, but
They're
in the ones
disgrace,
that
aren't they?
I've been to, people actually know what spicy means, and
Also,
I-
I would
hang on,
never.
hang on.
Yeah, hold on.
There's
okay.
another thing about a gun this big. It puts a lot of strain on the shooter.
Well, obviously, it's heavy, so it has a lot of traction when shooting.
Not just that.
I mean,
Strain?
just to carry it around, it must be heavy.
Yeah. Say if you were to fire this revolver,
I mean, if you're careless, when you fire, the revolver may actually throw to your face.
the
Yeah,
recoil
there you go.
would probably dislocate your shoulder.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure the game will come up with a logical defendant for us, right? Who could have possibly used the firearm?
Oh,
Am I
no.
right, guys?
Tio, do you have any predictions? I'm actually curious to hear.
Well, we haven't been present with too many people, so...
Now, who do you think our client is going to be?
Well, we know of this penis hair guy, like Pedro called, well, Clavier himself, obviously, the singer, which is the witness, and the basically Pearl from Splatoon 2.
I'll say you this right now, we have not met every character yet, but from the characters we do know, take a guess.
Is she a high caliber weapon?
Pearl is adorable.
The singer.
Okay, I'm going to now love your reaction and what happens. You may have called it, Takumi may have read your mind, or it could be something completely different.
It's pretty obvious that the defendant is not the killer, so I'm expecting penis hair to be the actual killer, but...
But why would penis hair do... Why am I calling him penis hair? He's very aggressive!
Motivations jump up as the trial investigations go on, so yeah.
Anyway, but anything more involved like this has to wait until the squad gets here.
The squad?
Yep.
CSI.
I suppose.
Oh, Trucy, don't punch me, please.
Well,
I'll go report the evidence. Don't go screwing with anything else without me. That means you especially. Sorry, but could you wait here till I get back?
Yeah, says the person who moved the file.
I forgot, Dwibs, since we may have talked
Actually,
over.
we have to...
What was it victim was holding in his left hand?
He was holding
a piece of paper, maybe?
I don't think we actually found out what it was yet.
Because Emma objected, but Apollo said that he was going to get it anyway.
What do we do, Apollo? She told us to wait.
Don't.
So,
like
fuck it.
An obedient
Why
person.
does any character in this series pay
asked
attention to
Great.
any...
Now how am I supposed to investigate?
Illegally?
Like we've always done.
Even more so, though?
Oh well, I guess it can't be helped.
You're taking this way too lightly, Missy.
Let's go.
So like father, like daughter?
Yeah. Huh? Go.
I don't know, I think Phoenix took things a little more seriously.
He did.
Time's wasting, Apollo. We've got a lot of ground to cover.
In fact, if anything, it was Maya who did not always take things seriously, and even she reacted to the murders a bit more frequently than Trucy does.
Well,
Even
that's
she recognized
true,
a dead body on the floor.
Yeah.
On second thought, why not? I'm sure everything will be fine.
Sure.
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Yeah.
I'm sure nothing stupid will happen.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem.
Of course it will. Let's go.
Why?
Most of the stuff in this case only happens because either the main characters or other major characters do something incredibly stupid.
Also, Trucy was just answering my remark. So yeah, there you go.
Alright, so
will happen.
Alright, so we're going to continue the investigation in the next part. So see ya.
See ya.
See ya.
Alright, see ya.